glad I don't know how to work Google Plus Hangouts anymore. Welcome to Hardiac Welcome to the Hardiac channel. It's been a long time no see. I haven't really uploaded to this channel all that often. I've been busy with unitards and everything like that. Busy with wrestling, busy with things in general. And going through my questions from when I asked you for questions from the Hardiac or for the Hardiac Wrestling, not the Hardiac Wrestling podcast, the Hardiac Questions and Answers series, I stumbled upon a question, and it said, "What are your plans for the Hardiac YouTube channel?" And I thought to myself, I really don't have any plans that I can really put together for this channel, so why not start out with a countdown video I'd enjoy doing. So I've got my microphone set up. I've got my hair down for the first time in a while. Glad you guys got to see that. And quick, I guess, sponsor here, www.blaster.com helped me with this article, and I give all credit and all information to them. I am reading off their website, so it's pretty much what I have to say. Quick things to say beforehand. The person that wanted me to make this video is trying to do this so that way when they go back to school, considering they are taking classes about planets and about our solar system and everything, they wanted me to make it high school friendly. So you're probably not going to hear me drop the F-bomb or the B word or the C word or the D word or the S word or a lot of words, really. So you're going to see me out of my natural habitat. And if I let one swear or two go, well, it's my video, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want with it. But anyway, again, blaster.com helped me with this topic and this article. And one quick thing. I wanted to include planets like Kepler 438b or WASP 17b, well, mostly like Kepler 438b, and the planet that is just made out of the entire planet just being water. Nothing more to it. I wanted to make that kind of video, or I wanted to put this in that video, but I'm deciding, you know what, maybe I'll make a separate video other than this to show you my favorite things in this universe, or my favorite whatever's in this universe. So let's get into it. This is 9 real-life planets so outrageous you would swear that they were sci-fi. Of course, every planet that I list is down below in the description, and once I go back and edit the information in this video, I will leave you a link to this website, and you can see it for yourself. But anyway, we start out. Astronomers only started discovering planets outside of our solar system 2 decades ago. Yet they're already finding planets freaky enough to house the layers of supervillains. Here are 9 planets so out of this world, they make Tatooine screw it. First one we're going to talk about is the Diamond Planet. If we're all atoms underneath a fingernail of a giant, this planet is what that giant wears on her engagement ring. Putting literal meaning to like a diamond in the sky, scientists in August discovered a distant planet that is a diamond. We don't mean the surface is covered in diamonds. Nearly the whole rock is one big sparkling gem. The planet is larger than Jupiter, which makes it slightly larger than our minds can comprehend. The speculated formation of this body is quite epic. Once a massive star, layers were pulled away by a nearby pulsar. Finally, all that was left was the extremely dense inner core of a star, which just goes to show if you could polish anything long enough, it always becomes a diamond. I was very interested in this planet. The reason why is because another thing that I've taken from that is, even if you were to bring a small handful of diamonds, you somehow made it to this planet, which is hundreds of light years away, and came back with a handful of diamonds, all diamonds on Earth would be rendered useless. That is just going to show the craziness of this planet. Next planet, the Dark World, nicknamed the Dark World. 750 light years away lies a planet that is darker than a piece of coal and less reflective than black acrylic paint. Planet TRES-2b is another one of the many amazing finds made by NASA's Kepler spacecraft. Although it is a shadowy figure and is partially explained by light absorbent chemicals and a lack of reflective clouds, scientists have no firm idea why it is so dark. As if finding a planet that is so pitch black it baffles the finest minds in science isn't creepy enough, the planet is also glowing, like a charcoal briquette on a barbecue grill. Planet TRES-2b is so hot that it constantly gives off a slight red aura. The nearby star that it orbits heats the planet's surface to almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists have not yet discovered why nearby planets have a distinct char-grilled taste. So, this planet is just so insane. You would imagine that at least some form of light would graze the entire planet at once, but no. Most of this planet is just pitch black. You step on this planet and, I mean, you're either going to burn to death from 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I haven't calculated what that is in Celsius. My bad for those who don't live in the United States or the other two places that use you're either going to die from the heat or you're going to die from the cold that is left from the non-sun gathered end of this planet. And it's so interesting that it burns at such a hot it just burns and burns, and the reason why it is so insane to think that this planet is always just constantly burning and constantly scorching hot with barely any sunlight getting to it. It just kind of baffles you to think if our sun were to go away on the Earth, we'd freeze to death. But they have a sun, but without sun, we don't have light. Without sun, they don't really have light, and they barely have light as it is, but it's still so hot. I'm talking out of my here, but next, the land of two suns. Imagine two giant fire-bursting stars orbiting each other closely. Now imagine an alien planet doing a full orbit around these spinning stars. Now imagine the psychedelic music of Pink Floyd blasting throughout this galaxy, and you'll understand why Kepler 16b is such a mind-blowing planet. It is the only planet of the hundreds discovered that travels around two suns. How did this one-of-a-kind orbit happen? Since all three bodies remain in the same plane, scientists believe that they formed at about the same time from an interstellar disk of dust and gas. The temperature on the planet is well below mind-numbingly freezing, so don't get any hopes of finding the savior of the galaxy here. Pretty interesting. Not much else to say about that. Next up, the speeding giant. This planet is so unusual that at first we thought it was a false alarm, something that appeared to be a planet but wasn't, stated Gaspar Bakos, discoverer of planet HAT-P-2b. The fact that these planets aren't given names like the Speedaroo, Wonderworld, whatever, illustrates the enormous amount of restraint that these astronomers have, such as the case with HAT-P-2b, which is a massive planet 8 times the weight of Jupiter, but only slightly bigger. What is this enormous bulk of rock doing? Well, it's traveling blisteringly fast as in a bizarre slingshot-style orbital. HAT-P-2b has an elliptical orbit that finds it anywhere between 3 million and 9 million miles from its sun. That's a distance discrepancy relative to the positions of Mercury and Mars. Traveling this orbit takes only 5.6 of our days, which gives a glimpse into the forces involved. Scientists speculate another planet might be near enough to affect HAT-P-2b's orbit. If so, that other planet must be scared like a goldfish sharing a small aquarium with a whale, if that is actually possible. Next up, the Cork of the universe. If you were to take a rocket ship the speed of light for 453 years, you could arrive at peculiar planet called HAT-P-1b. Unfortunately, the surface of the planet is so unstable you wouldn't be able to step out and take a picture. So this is generally viewed as a bad way to spend 900 years of your life. HAT-P-1b is one of the biggest planets discovered, with a radius 1.38 times that of Jupiter. Despite its incredible size, HAT-P-1b could float on water. Its density is 1/4 that of the wet stuff that covers the Earth. You may be wondering how astronomers can so certainly determine the density of a star that's trillions of miles away. The, the Astrophysical Journal has an in-depth article about the process. After reading the article, we know that the only way to determine the mass of a distant planet is to know a bunch of gobbledygook about astrophysics. Next up, the realm of fire and ice. One of the most confounding planets is Upsilon Andromeda. Upsilon Andromeda b. This star lies in the well-known Andromeda constellation, also known as the Chain Maiden, because it was discovered back when constellations were allowed cool names. The planet itself always has the same side facing the sun, so one end of the world is blisteringly hot, while the dark side features clouds made of ice. Estimates put the temperatures on the hot side at about 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit, while the cold side checks in around negative 148 degrees Fahrenheit. However, it's not the temperature extreme that has scientists baffled. For unknown reasons, the hottest part of the planet is not the part directly facing the sun, but rather a section off to the side, which is sort of the equivalent to sticking your hand in a fire and burning off your foot. Next up is the Lave Oceans, a planet of lava oceans. The most interesting feature of Gliese 876d is hard to hide, since it glows bright red at night. During the day, it is predicted that this planet is bright yellow from the searing heat of a nearby sun. Large bodies of liquid lava would be separated by a burnt, crusty surface. This is one of the smallest planets ever discovered outside of our solar system. Keep in mind, this is a relative term, as Gliese 876b is the size of 7.5 Earths. In addition, it's also one of the closer planets to us. The Silver Surfer could leave Earth at light speed and be shredding wicked lava waves within 16 years. Next up is planet Quickyear. Quickyear is not a word. However, I'm pretty sure they use the Add to Dictionary portion on this website. Planet Quickyear, thousands of light years away, is a small planet, KOI-55b, that whips around its sun in under 6 hours. That's the shortest known orbital period of any planet discovered spinning around a star. Another nearby planet finishes its complete orbit in 9 hours. The scientists predict that our solar system might end up the same way billions of years from now. Think of a solar system as a bowl of flushing toilet water, where the sun is the drain. The KOI system is at that point toward the very end when all that water is spiraling tightly towards the drain. The discovery of this planet only last December proves that the might of the Kepler Space Observatory, KOI-55b, is smaller than Earth, yet Kepler spotted it a third of a galaxy away. Since its launch in March 2009, Kepler's powerful space telescope has spotted more than 2,000 celestial objects, many of which are turning out to be planets. And finally, Galactus's Punching Bag. This has been one of my favorite planets I've ever heard of, and it's called WASP-17b. In 2009, scientists discovered WASP-17b, a huge planet that might be almost twice as big as Jupiter. What interested astronomers most is that WASP-17b is the only planet ever discovered with what is known as a retrograde orbit. That means that the planet is spinning in the opposite direction of its star. How did this happen? The leading theory is that some huge space object pulled the planet in the other direction. Scientists might never get the chance to see if the planet's spin actually makes time flow backwards. We're just going to assume the obvious. Time flows in reverse time, and anyone who goes to that planet travels backwards in time. Unfortunately, you'd have to spend the first 1,000 years on the planet undoing the lengthy time it took to get there. With the incredible advances of the past 20 years, new planets are being discovered at an amazing rate. Although the chance of discovering evolved life on another planet may still be a long ways off, the unbelievably exotic planets being found nearly every month make us more willing to wait. And who knows, maybe one day we will find the answer or answers that everybody has been looking for. Is there alien life on another planet? Maybe. I mean, let's be honest. Anything that is not regular to us or not what we think it is pretty much alien. Of course, I mentioned Kepler 438b earlier in this video, and that is right now the planet found by scientists that is the most Earth-like planet we know today. I believe at a whatever. It's the most Earth-like planet. It's very rocky, but it's also got the chances of having water and also other life forms. And if there are life forms on Kepler 438b, then technically they are alien to us. Whether they breathe the same way that we breathe, they dress the same way that we dress, they live the same way that we live, they eat the same things that we eat. Doesn't matter. They're alien to us. They're not we don't know them. We don't know anything about them. And I've always been a firm believer that if there is alien life on another planet, which I honestly don't know whether to think there is or not, or there is not. If there is, we have yet to find it. But if they find us first, I mean, chances are they're more advanced than we are. If we haven't found alien life yet, but they end up coming and finding us, then they're pretty much more advanced because they were able to get here before we got there. So obviously, they're doing much better than we are doing right now. And of course, every time you would see an alien either depicted in a cartoon or depicted in a show, it doesn't usually look something like us. You usually see a green alien figure with black ovular eyes and 4 fingers with a probe just waiting to take over the planet. And that may not be the case. But to all we know, it may be the case. It may not be the case. But this list is just very interesting because there are so many planets in our solar system, in our universe, in our galaxy, in existence that we're just bound to run into one that could have life forms, could be just absolutely insane. We don't know. We have yet to find possibly some of the strangest things in existence. I liked this list, and thank you, Blaster.com, for giving me this list, because now I know that there is always something different from us, whether we know it or not, and there's always going to be something that's cool. There's always going to be something that's unique. There's always going to be something that's different from us and from our regular lifestyles or our regular ways of life, and different from our planet, different from our solar system, different from our galaxy, our universe, whatever it may be. And this really interests me. And I don't know, maybe you'll see me talk about Kepler 438b in another episode, or the planet that is just like if you were stranded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, all water. There are so many more insane planets other than just this list, and I didn't have time to get to them. So anyway, I don't know. We'll see another video at some point in time. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that if this is going to be shown in that person's classroom, they're probably rolling their eyes on the back of their heads right now because they're sick and tired of hearing me talk, or maybe they just don't want to hear their professor talk. Either way, I'm done with this video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to Unitards, UNITARDZ, on YouTube. And subscribe to this channel, the Hardiac YouTube channel. And I will be posting videos on this channel. I will be posting videos on the Unitards channel. And I hope you enjoyed. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy, signing off.